All right. I figured you guys missed that. I know I did. So, you might be wondering why I have some socks on my shoulder. Let me tell you. First of all, thank you so much for everybody going in there and knocking out midterm and the quiz. Really appreciate it. I know you guys are working hard and doing a million things that I can't imagine, so thank you so much. This is a video about your extra credit. So, say you bomb the quiz, you bomb the midterm, it's just really weird taking it in that kind of scenario where you have to do things online. I'm not there in person to help you one-on-one, and you didn't do so hot. Well, I'm going to give you a little opportunity to get a little bit of extra credit back. So for my Algebra 2 people, I kind of explained how I is kind of like a sock. So I've got my two link socks. If you are to put them together, so I've got I and I, you've got I squared, which is normally what you do with socks. This is how I do it. I'm like, oh, let me bundle them up in a little pair of socks. Now, when you have I squared, it magically becomes an entity known as -1. So if you have a pair of socks or an I squared, it's pretty easy. You've got a -1. Now, if it gets crazy and you've got two pairs, well, then it becomes -1 and -1. You multiply them by each other and you get 1. So that's not too bad. Where things started getting a little crazy on the quiz, I think, was when I had something like I to the 30th. Because it's like, what do I do with all these socks? Well, here's your extra credit. Of course, there is a simple method that we talked about where you can pair them up. So say you have I to the 30th, that's 15 pairs. So you're like, okay, -1 times -1 times -1 times -1. But there is an easier way. In fact, there's multiple easier ways. So what I want you to do for extra credit, my Algebra 2 people, let me get real close and say this, is look up a method to find I to any power an easier way. So for example, if I have I to the 270th, how can I do that without pairing it up all those times? There's got to be an easier way out there. So you find the easier way, you email me the method that you can find I to a given power in a much more simplistic method, and I will give you extra credit back on the quiz, okay? And then at the end of this week or the beginning of next week, I will provide the way that I like to do it, which is probably not the way that you'll find. So that's kind of cool. All right, let me get rid of these socks. On to my stats class. You, my folks, are going to be doing something that involves this little guy. What you're going to do is you're going to go on that discussion board, because everybody loved doing that, I could tell. And thank you, Connor, for asking 1,700 questions. But you're going to go onto that discussion post, and I'm going to have your extra credit laid out, and it is going to involve this strange little guy, where you are going to have to do something, throw a little something on the discussion post, and then find one single answer, and it'll give you some extra credit back onto your midterm. Love you guys, and I'll see you soon.